Welcome back, friends. We are super excited today to kick off our questing in Brill. Our character is looking good at level 5. Things are going great. And they are only getting better. I'm doing all right. Getting good grades. The future's so bright. I gotta wear shades. Do you remember that great song The Future's So Bright? I Gotta Wear Shades by Timbuk3. It came out in 1987. Well, let's roll. Let's continue the Forsaken's war against the Scourge and the Scarlet Crusade from here in Brill. Brill was once a small but bustling town within the human kingdom of Lordaeron. But the Forsaken have since taken control of the town of Brill, and they now fight to keep control of it. As you know, the plague of undeath absolutely wrecked much of the northern lands, including Lordaeron. Brill was actually one of the first communities to get hit hard by the plague of undeath. The mass graveyard here in Brill is a testament to just how severe the plague of undeath was. When he was living, the necromancer Kel'Thuzad actually started his experiments with the plague here in Brill. His quick and sinister successes in the lab allowed him to convince the Lich King to unleash his forces and attack Azeroth earlier than planned. We'll be killing these rotting dead for their putrid claws. Like in Death Knell, the citizens of Brill have their own fights daily to survive. Us killing these gnolls and Scourge help thin their ranks out some, and can help the citizens of Brill get more of a foothold here in Tirisful Glades. These rotting dead and ravaged corpses have infested the area around Brill, and near the old bridge we crossed near Cold Hearth Manor coming from Death Knell. Lovely. Ding level 6. You have to love these well-timed dings, don't you? You are fighting a mob, and you are thinking, man, will I survive this pool or not? And then, ding. You level and get to full health. Take that mob. These older WoWs were so fun and challenging. You always had to be careful when you were pulling mobs. Taking on more than 1 or 2 mobs was always risky business, it seemed. That was especially true on PvP servers. You'd be burning down some mobs, and be just about to win, and then BAM. You'd get ambushed by a rogue or a feral druid, and just smash your keyboard. You were lucky if they didn't camp you. But that's another story for another time, my friends. A rare mob has a silver dragon with NO wing on its portrait. A rare elite mob has a silver dragon with a wing on its portrait. Rare and rare elite mobs are usually harder to kill because of some buffs or special abilities. But they also usually have a better loot table and drop better gear. The Scourge use these rot-hide gnolls to further their cause in fighting the Forsaken. The rot-hide gnolls are a group of undead gnolls that are now totally under control of the Scourge. They have set up camp to the north of Brill here at Garen's Haunt. The rot-hide gnolls are led by their vile leader Maggot Eye. Yep, the guy on the wanted poster back in Brill. He punks us a few times, but fear not, friends, we take him down soon enough. So these rot-hide gnolls actually steal corpses from these grave sites around Brill. They steal the bodies, and they raise them and use them to attack the town of Brill. Obviously, they must be dealt with. And, because WoW use such cool names, the grave robbers do exactly what their name implies, rob graves. We are big fan of original names. Our inventory capacity is still pretty pathetic, isn't it? We thought we would have looted a few small pouches by now, but WoW is being stingy. We started this toon on a fresh server, because we haven't played WoW in years. We wanted a legit leveling Azeroth experience. We guess we will get what we asked for. Honestly, we think it is one of the things that made WoW endearing, and so far, it is fun in a rustic and nostalgic sort of way. So Maggot Eye is an orange quest. That means he might be a little too hard for us right now. Why don't we just cut bait on him for now? He can chalk this up as a win, for now. Maggot Eye 1. Us 0. We are killing these gnolls to thin their ranks. And take this embalming ichor, which gives them life. We will knock out some of these yellow quests and flex a little. And we'll come rain on his parade later. We'll be back. Garen's Haunt, and Maggot Eye. We'll be back. I'll be back was made famous by Arnold in The Terminator. Did you know he didn't want to actually say that line? In an October 1, 2012, interview on Good Morning America, Arnold revealed that he had difficulty pronouncing the word "I'll," and asked director James Cameron if it could be changed to "I will be back." Cameron refused, but told him that the shot would be taken as many times as he wished and the best would be used in the final cut of the film so Arnold could vary the line. The difference between "I will" and "I'll" is their formalities. Contractions are generally less formal than the same two words written out. You can use contractions in informal speech and messages, but not in formal, professional writing. We're picking this gloom weed because Gordo's hands are too big to get them. We'll do anything for good old Gordo, he's just so sweet, don't you agree? We'll eventually turn this gloom weed into Junior Apothecary Holland in Brill's graveyard. So this is Cold Hearth Manor. It was once known for its warm atmosphere and its bountiful crops. After the plague of undeath, the fields have become barren and infested with the scourge. The Forsaken have been able to wrestle control of the farmhouse though. Thankfully, they offer trade services to noob travelers and adventurers with only one 16-slot bag, like us. Haha. Let's make our way over to the Smolodon farm to finish up this quest loop. We need to get those pumpkins and thump some Scarlet Crusaders. One of these days, we'll have our trusty dusty skeletal charger. Do you remember the thrill of getting that first riding mount and non-epic riding training? Such big moments back either day. We can't imagine actually saving up for epic flying training and mounts. Maybe if there's enough interest. However, on the bright side, for now, we can focus on cardio friends. We have heard it is the first rule to survive the zombie apocalypse. So Soladin Farmstead is the only place where the native farm folk survived the plague of undeath. They are still humans, and not Scourge. We didn't notice that back in the day. But that's pretty cool. Maybe these amazing Tirisful pumpkins they base their diet on are good for the immune system. Oh hello Farmer Soladin. It's the man himself. He runs and leads the farm here. Well, he did. Until we ganked him. He's a rare human mob on a 1 to 2 hour respawn timer. So I guess he'll be back in charge in a little bit. But for now, we own this joint. The humans here are on edge. They attack anyone, including other humans and even the Alliance. They have been under attack for years from the Forsaken and Scourge and Murlocs. We suppose they get their paranoia honestly at least. Accordingly, they allied themselves with the Scarlet Crusade just as a basic matter of survival and protection. We will be taking these pumpkins back to Apothecary Johann in Brill. We hear he makes some stuff out of these pumpkins that is just to die for, haha. So in Googling pumpkins and immune systems, it turns out they are likely very good for your immune system. They are rich sources of protein, vitamin C, trace minerals, fatty acids, and essential amino acids. What's your favorite pumpkin dish? But enough of these Smolodon farmers. Let's shift fires to these pesky Scarlet Crusaders at this Crusaders outpost. This is the westernmost holding of the Scarlet Crusade in Lordaeron. The Scarlet Crusaders here work with the Smolodon farmers for protection. The Scarlet Crusade has set up their main base of operations at the Scarlet Monastery in Tirisful Glades. The Scarlet Monastery used to be the primary place where paladins got trained. It is located high on a hill to the northeast of Brill. Scarlet Monastery is a level 26 to 45 dungeon. It has 4 wings. Hopefully, we can find a group for them later on. We wonder if people still run those dungeons like they did back in the day. The 4 wings are the Graveyard, 4 levels 26 to 36. The Library, 4 levels 29 to 40. The Armory, 4 levels 32 to 42. And the Cathedral, 4 levels 35 to 45. The Scarlet Crusade has 4 outposts like this one in Tirisful Glades. They are all ruined towers from the last war. They coordinate and launch attacks on the Scourge and the Forsaken from these outposts. Clearly, we must deal with these troublesome outposts, and the Scarlet Crusaders that man them. Murlocs. Yes. We loved Murlocs, we'll get to deal with them later. Very cool. Wow, memories coming back, haha. The other outposts we deal with later. After this one, all have captains we have to deal with as well. This one doesn't have a captain. So we have pretty much finished up that quest loop already. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? We will head back to the gate between Brill and Deathnell to speak to our good old friend Calvin Montague for his quest. How are you liking our Undead Rogue here and the questing? How's the gameplay? How's the music? How's the commentary? It's bringing back fond memories for us. We hope it is for you too. We're glad WoW re-released the classics for sure. So Calvin wanted us to deliver that letter for him to innkeeper Renee in Brill. He said he'd pay us, so we're here to collect. The nerve. He is trying to debo us. Nice heals, bro, just pay up, son. There you go, was that so hard, man? Oh look, a delayed turn in completion. I'm glad we didn't scurry off too fast to miss picking that completion up. Oh, to try maggot eye, or not to try, 'tis the question. It's still orange, but maybe we give it the good old college try. Yeah, YOLO, why not? Let's go give him a go. So this is Stillwater Pond. It used to be a popular spot for kids to learn to swim, before trying to swim in the much larger Brightwater Lake to the east. People used to picnic here too. Now the pond is grey and forgotten, and no one really comes here anymore, for obvious reasons. Oh my goodness, we are still working out of 116 slot bag, laughing out loud. We'll just keep working our way back to Margot, I hear. We still need a few of these knolls anyways. Might as well pick them up now. You know, this Garen's Haunt is a nice little place. We give it 5 stars for sure. Kind of has a Shroot Farms feel, doesn't it? In Season 4, Episodes 7 and 8, Jim and Pam discover that Dwight is running the Shroot Farm as an agritourism bed and breakfast. They spend the night there, taking part in table-making demonstrations, beet winemaking, and distributing manure. That night, however, Jim hears an unnerving moaning sound throughout the night, later shown to be Dwight in his room crying over his breakup with Angela. We need to learn some professions soon if we are going to make money as we level to pay for training, bags, gear, chants, mounts, etc. etc. The TripAdvisor describes Shroot Farms as the #1 beet-related agritourism destination in northeastern Pennsylvania. We might ding off this kill, let's see. Boom, ding. Lucky level 7. We offer the finest accommodations for the casual traveler and or radish enthusiast. Come join us and experience majestic Shroot Farms. Jim and Pam posted a review. It read, "The architecture reminds one of a quaint Tuscan beet farm. And the natural aroma of the beets drifts into the bedrooms and makes you dream of simpler times. You will never want to leave your room. The informative lecture will satisfy all your beet curiosity, and the dawn goose walk will tug at your heartstrings. Table making never seemed so possible. Great story to tell your friends. Plenty of parking." The staff's attention to detail and devotion to cleanliness was limitless. From their enthusiastic welcome to the last wave goodbye, Shroot Farms delivers. We'll log after this mob, so we can see how we are looking at level 7. Solid. Looking good, feeling good. Back to Garen's haunt. It is a rather large farmstead in northern Tiraspol Glades, and north of Brill. As you know, Maggot Eye is the big dog on the block here. Well, until we showed up with our bad level 7 selves, right? Haha, we will see. It is still saying he is orange, so you never know. That was a sloppy pull. You know, something tells me these pulls leading up to Maggot Eye could go wrong. We should be a little more careful. That was a good pull. Let's take a peek. Tangent, but do you like the game Door Kickers too? If you're into tactical simulation type games, you might like that game. It's on Steam, and says you can command military special ops teams in gripping tactical combat against a Middle East-based terrorist network. Sequel to Rock Paper Shotgun's Best Tactics game of 2014. There's our friend. Nice, we just got the one null. So how are we doing playing our trusty dusty rogue here? So far, we are using backstabs to open, and sinister strikes to build combo points. We then dump with eviscerates and evasion when we need to a single mob miss, or when there is more than one mob on us. Let's take this one now. Good. It seems right, but we always like to improve our gameplay, so constructive criticism is welcomed. So far so good. Sweet. Pro pulls friends. Now we just gotta contend with Maggot Eye. Haha, he saw us quick. My goodness, have you ever seen so many dodges, misses, and parries? It's like he's got a PhD from Patches O'Houlihan in dodgeball. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. All kidding aside, this looks like it is gonna be close. Will we get him, or will he get us? To run away, or not to run away, 'tis the question now. So close. Maggot Eye 2. Us 0. Our first death. Was it a good death? Doe. Oh my goodness. What a bad res. Yet another endearing thing about the older WoWs, right? All reses mattered. What was the better death? The one from Maggot Eye, or that epic fail res? We'll be back Maggot Eye. Again, haha. Maybe the third time will be a charm. They say if it isn't the third time, it's the 7th right. I'll be back is a catchphrase made famous by Arnold in the 1984 science fiction film The Terminator. On June 21, 2005, It was placed at number 37 on the American Film Institute list AFI's 100 Years and 100 Movie Quotes. Arnold uses the same line, or some variant of it, in many of his later films, such as in Commando in 1985, The Running Man in 1987, Twins in 1988, and Last Action Hero in 1993. Let's go turn in. We like big turn INS, and we cannot lie. All them other questers can't deny. You turn M in and then ding. So Holland wanted us to bring him 3 gloom weeds. For you Warcraft 3 fans, he uses the same voice as necromancers in Warcraft 3. Now he wants 10 doom weeds to continue his research. So next we have Death Guard Dillinger. He wanted us to kill the scourge around Brill for the putrid claws. Now he wants us to head to the Agamand Mills and get him 5 notched ribs and 3 blackened souls. Johann wanted the pumpkins. He wants us to make the Scarlet Crusade captive in the basement of the and drink his little concoction. That was a deviant-like laugh, don't you think? He also wants 5 vials of Darkhound blood for research. Clearing some bag space. A. How do we still only have one 16-slot bag? B. How do we not have any professions yet? Let's train mining and skinning when we get a chance. So we can't turn in Maggot Eye just yet, for obvious reasons. But we can turn in the Scarlet Crusade quest we did. Now he wants us to push the fight to another Scarlet outpost. This time, taking out Captain Perini, 3 Scarlet Zealots, and 3 Scarlet Missionaries. And Death Guard Burgess wants us to fight the Scarlet Crusade as well, bringing him 10 Scarlet Insignia rings. We can give the good magistrate here the embalming Ikers we scored off those pesky rot-hide gnolls. Now he wants us to talk to Death Guard Linear, and he's sending us to the Undercity too. Gotta love these old WoW grinding quests. Rise and grind. Nice. We do have 17 silver we can spend. Watch out, big spenders coming through. You know what, let's go ahead and get a bag or 2 here. I know it's pathetic, but every little bit helps. We still have 8 silver we can spend. So Coleman Farthing is angry. He wants us to go to the Agamand Mills and basically kill the undead reincarnations of the family that he blames for his death. We will do all that next time. Let's go give this thirsty Scarlet Crusade captive a nice, refreshing pumpkinchino. So when innkeeper Renee told her story to this guy, he called her a traitor. Let's see how that works out for him. Maybe he turns into a pumpkin at midnight. Nope. Just not good. We wonder what will happen to the other prisoner down there. He liked Renee's story, so maybe he will have a happier ending. So this is Gretchen Dedmar. She thinks she is becoming a mindless one. She's feeling colder and colder, and wants us to bring her some duckbat wings and some coarse thread to make a nice blanket. Oh nice, rogue skills. Gouge, a little stun. And Sinister Strike rank 2, more pew-pews. Let's go ahead and train first aid while we are here too. Although Nurse Neela is a first aid trainer, the Death Guards in Brill call her a butcher. Well, that is one heck of a good stopping point. We hope you enjoyed knocking out the Death Knell starter quests, and completing a most excellent quest loop in Brill. See you next time, friends. Be well.